So we now start off with a meditation after all these notices, and the purpose of the meditation is it gets you so peaceful, you let go of the past and you forget all the notices which are being announced. Supposed to live in the present moment. Anyway, I'm sure that some of those will stay in your subconscious. You've been hypnotized, brainwashed. A good brainwashing. Okay, so please close your eyes and repeat after me. I will volunteer for the committee. I will volunteer for the committee. Okay, enough. Actually, I did that one here. There's this lady, she's a really good lady, it's Rachel. And I said, why didn't you become our president? She said, no, I'm too busy. I said, oh yeah, you're right. So I said, I'll ban you from being the president. You can't be the president. She said, you can't ban me from being the president. Who do you think you are? So she nominated and she was our president. She fell for a very easy trick. Anyway, she got to meditate. So with your eyes closed, I'll do a quickish guided meditation. With your eyes closed, bring your attention to your body first of all. How is this body of yours? My body is really old. It is over 850 months old. But I know how to relax it. I begin by just noticing my feet. Just the table was pressing against one of my feet, so I just moved the table. And I relax my feet. Because sometimes I like spending more time on this. Feet, how do you feel? I get to know the sensations in my body. When I do that, the next thing is you know how to be kind to those sensations. And it's the kindness, the softness, the gentleness which relaxes them. You're not asking them to be blissful or happy or strong. You're just saying that you're my body, I care for you, and I can feel you. Just my feet. And the result of that, the attitude of caring, means that my feet relax. It surprises me sometimes. I thought they were relaxed to begin with, but they weren't. I feel like the blood vessels getting more open, less restricted, less forced to be like this or like that. I don't try and keep a posture because it looks good. I let my body choose for the sake of comfort, not to impress anybody, but just because it feels good. And I move, once I get into the, I suppose you might call it the skill or the knack of learning how to relax parts of my body, I just move that attention upwards. Upwards from my feet to my ankles. In old days, sometimes you would sprain an ankle, it would be very sore. Sometimes you couldn't even sleep at night because of the pain. Now I know how to relax those ankles and they become incredibly strong. Not through exercise, but through relaxation. It's where they get resilient. I don't force it. I had this amazing understanding of these feelings and how the kindness makes them at ease and can heal and become strong. And I'm just describing in the best words I can. My ankles and feet are like tingling now. Tingling with a very calm, peaceful, healthy kind of sensation. And I move up from my ankles, up my calves. I also include the skin because that's very easy to be sensitive to. Between my ankles and my knees. I can feel the muscles of the skin. And I imagine just letting them be, not wanting them to be anything different than they are right now, not forcing them, not trying to improve them, but just letting them be. Just like you love somebody, as they are, not trying to change them at all. That's the calves of my legs. I go to my knees. I can feel those knees. It's amazing after regular practice of this, you can become so aware of how your knees feel. And give them strength, the sense of they're comfortable, at ease. And they usually go very healthy. And up past my knees, my thighs, big muscles. Making sure that the thighs have a strength not coming from regular exercises or long walks or runs, but a lot of health and ease by knowing how they feel and what they need. And then go to my butt. And those buttocks, they always have this feeling of pressure when I pay attention to it. The body passing that weight through those muscles of the buttocks to the cushion underneath. I just check on that. I don't try to get rid of it. I'm just trying to ease it. There's a lot of difference between easing something and trying to get something or get rid of something. The easing of it, the softness, the gentleness is part of meditation. Force is not. And then I go to my waist. And there, I know I was sitting in a chair last week in Indonesia. I never find it as comfortable as when you sit on the cushion and I can stretch my back, which I do at this point of the meditation. It makes the back feel good, to me anyway. Feels strong. And I just start to scan up my body. Sometimes I just go on the back, sometimes I go on the inside, sometimes I do one after the other. Just quickly just scanning upwards. As I scan upwards, you can feel some of any tightness or tension in the digestive tracts, but also sometimes notice any tightness or strange feelings in the organs located in the rear part of my torso. And as I scan upwards, if ever I find something slightly out of order, how can you call it out of order, but it's just a bit different than usual. A bit so tight, tense, achy. I would always pause there. I won't try and think out what is that, what's the problem. I would just pause and give that experience in my torso just as much kindness as I possibly can. Caring is not curing. Kindness is learning how to relax all around and inside something. And when you find that that does so much healing, brings so much peace to the body, your ability to be kind increases. You're training this kindness on your own body. You get immediate reaction of the body. It relaxes, it's at ease, and it feels good. You get a positive reward. And I just carry on scanning upwards, past my stomach, past my lungs, to my heart region, and out to my shoulders. Now I'm paying just specific attention to the shoulder muscles. I miss them when I start meditating. Don't pay enough attention. Now I'm paying attention to them. I can feel some of the tightness in those muscles. But fortunately, I know how to relax them. Sometimes it's like those muscles, I visualize them as two bands of strings, one on the left side of my spine, one on the right side of my spine. And right now they're stretched. That's how I imagine them. They're taut. Now imagine just letting them go, letting them loosen up, letting them relax to the max. And whenever you do something like this, you get feedback. Instant feedback. That's what mindfulness can do. And I can feel those muscles becoming really loose. I don't know what they look like. I don't care what they look like. I care how they feel. They're relaxing, easing. I go down my arms, past my elbows. If you've had any injury there or any surgery or anything, please stay there a little while longer. The goal, it's not really a goal, but you can look at it that way, is to relax everything. So it feels as at ease as it possibly can be. And you'll be surprised at how you can relax even things like your arms so much more than you thought was ever possible. And it's great for your health and strength. And then lastly, you get to your hands, relaxing the fingers in the hand. I moved mine. If you need to move during the meditation, please do so, out of kindness. And then my arms and hands and the rest of the body below the neck feels really good. Because it feels good, it's easy to stay in one place. If you had aches or pains, too hot, too cold, you find that the body would automatically be restless, always looking for a place of comfort and never being in one. When you are comfortable, it's easy to be still. And then from my shoulders I go up to my neck. And at this point there's a little trick which I do, just move my head back, move it forward, move it to the side, left and right, to make sure I'm in the best position, with my head well balanced on top of the neck. I move my back further back, move my neck further back than it was at the beginning. It feels much better. Then I go to my facial muscles around the eyes. How do your eyes feel right now? Nose and mouth, and anywhere else which is sensitive. See if you can relax those muscles. I always thought if I relaxed the muscles around the eyes too much, the eyes would open, but they don't. The eyes are closed, but they're not shut down tightly. Just like the eyelids are just so light, and they rest softly on one another. There's no tightness or tension there at all. Any place in your face you find you can release any tension, please do so. And I can feel my whole body, from the head to the toes. How's the body working together? Relaxing together. It's lovely to have a body at peace. As comfortable as I can get it. Once I can feel that comfort, I let the body go. And I go to the mind. What do I mean? How peaceful are you? Can you know that thing we call peace? And its causes, this moment called now. Stay here. It's not hard to be peaceful. Start planning the future or thinking about the past. It's just more busyness and the more stress. Let go of past and future. Just be here now. And be kind to this moment. I'm now going to be quiet. Give those who prefer to let the mind do the guiding rather than me. Getting close to the end of the meditation now. How do you feel? How much peace can you experience in the body and the mind? What are the causes that create peace and maintain it? You're learning some powerful psychology, the nature of your mind. How does the body feel? When I ask myself that question, the body always feels just so relaxed, more relaxed than when I started. And now it's time to come out of the meditation. So I'm going to ring the gong 3 times. When that gong finishes resounding for the 3rd time, you're invited to come out for the meditation. And thank you, everybody.